Breaking news. I want you to also note the fact that this is a developing story. A dead man, my people, wakes up in a coffin during a funeral. And this happened in Mapuve Village. This is in Giyani, Limpopo. And this happened on Saturday, the 16th of August, 2025. Let me tell you what actually happened. Apparently, in a terrifying and such a surreal event that has stunned the entire Mapuve village, a man that was believed to be dead, obviously because there's a funeral, woke up inside his coffin during his funeral that morning. I know, that's a bit shocking. And this definitely sent mourners into a panic mode and utter disbelief. Imagine how the family felt. Oh my goodness. So the man is identified as Mafemani Baloyi, and his age, the man was 62 years old, and he was declared dead on Tuesday. And the reason why he was declared dead was because it was after he collapsed at his home in the same village, Akamapuwe. The family members say, according to them, that he was unresponsive and a local nurse confirmed his death. The funeral arrangements then began to be done. The process went. They were made so swiftly, and with hundreds of mourners gathering early in this morning to pay their last respects to Mr. Balloon. But just as the priest began to pray, he was about to give the final prayer, my people. He was like, God, take his soul. I mean, just as he was about to say that, chaos erupted. Witnesses apparently are saying that the coffin began to shake. Imagine, go, 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 go. And moments later, Mafemani sat up, kind of like the Nigerian movie style. I know, his eyes wide open. He was breathing heavily, and whispering, "Ndivuyile Shiviri." I know. This basically means in Zonga, I came back through pain, basically. Eyewitnesses are actually explaining how it felt. And Utandi Baloyi is saying, I screamed and ran. I thought it was a ghost, or maybe it was punishment from the ancestors. This is his niece that is actually saying this. To be entirely honest with you, I don't blame her. Another neighbor also added and said he looked so terrified, like he has seen something from the other side, like he's waking up and he's so scared. His body was so cold, but he was alive. That's what the neighbor added. This funeral obviously turned into chaos, not even joy, but chaos, because some mourners fainted, my people. I too would also be so confused as to what was going on in such a funeral. Others even fled the scene. And some elders began chanting and burning traditional herbs. Local healers were called immediately because what? They were suspecting ancestral intervention or at least a spiritual disturbance because what was going on? Now, let's talk about the medical mystery or maybe a spiritual warning. I don't know. Paramedics were called and they arrived and actually confirmed that Mifamana's vital signs were weak, but they were stable. So they are there. Oh my goodness, 62-year-old. He was then rushed to Kensani Hospital, which is a hospital in Limpopo, Giyani, for urgent care. The doctors are still so baffled, with one actually even ending up stating that this definitely defies medical logic. Yeah, it does. Apparently, they're still investigating the possible catalepsy or maybe a rare coma like condition that he could have had. But villagers are not convinced. Many of them actually truly believe that this was not a medical mistake. And it definitely was not just some nurse who said it's actually wrong that this man was dead, but could potentially be a message from the ancestors. Rumors are swirling about a family land dispute. Nazoke, and a forgotten ritual that may have angered the spirits. The Mapuve story is actually quite a haunted history because this morning's event has revived old fears. Elders actually also are starting to recall a similar case in the 1980s when apparently a young girl was buried and she was buried alive and later was actually found wandering in the bush. Imagine! Some say Mapuve's soil holds secrets, and the spirits are probably very relentless, very restless, and very demanding. The community is now in fear, my people, because the Baloyi family has postponed all burial rites and is consulting traditional leaders because what? They too are baffled at what is going on. Meanwhile, villagers are lighting a whole lot of candles and they are holding night vigils. And these people are fearing more supernatural events because this cannot be a mistake. What if it's a message? What if it's a sign? Oh my word. This morning's resurrection has honestly left Giyani shaken. And we really want to give thanks to Eko Makanis, who is reporting this story all the way from Mapuve Village. I really would like to hear what you think about the story. Please don't forget to comment, like, share this video to your friends, and comment with what you think about this story. I know it's hilarious, but thank you so much for watching this video. This is allegedly. Until we meet again, Shonyangobeni here. Bye.